Hey you guys, most of you know I'm Billy from Infinity Greens, and I just wanted to talk to you about your immune system and what we can do to enhance it and optimize it at this time of year. It does seem the trend is many people are just under the weather, colds, flus, things of that nature. This is definitely not intended to be fear-inducing, and the idea is that we just have the tools to optimize our immune system. And there are a few keys. Unfortunately, there is no silver bullet that if you just take this one pill, you'll never get sick. But there are, in fact, many plant food and lifestyle allies that you can do to enhance your immune system dramatically to make the chances of your falling under the weather much less likely, and also it's just going to optimize your overall health. It's extremely inconvenient to get sick, and when we have the tools and know-how to reduce it, and if and when we do get sick, our immune system overall being stronger, we recuperate much more quickly. It can change it from weeks to days, and it can also just lighten the symptoms. So these are all very important considerations because it's uncomfortable to have to deal with this. And so I would like to mention that vitamin C is the #1 selling supplement this time of year. Reason being, it's one of the powerful plant food tools for boosting the immune system. And it is important, however, to be selective and make sure you're choosing vitamin C products that are made from purely plant foods. Most vitamin C products are made just from ascorbic acid, which is hydrolyzed GMO corn protein extract. And it used on a very short-term basis if you're in desperate need is better than nothing for sure, but is not something that you want to be taking every day, because being a processed, can't really call it a food, uh, there are small amounts of wear and tear on the kidneys, basically just organs in your body that have to filter the processed material. um, Infinity C is awesome. This is definitely not intended to be a commercial. However, do just believe in it so much. I'm very passionate about it. These are just high vitamin C plant foods: camu berry, acerola berry, amla berry, enhanced with other immune boosting herbs, and is unquestionably effective with boosting your immune system. And a couple more I would like to mention. Again, this is just to help uh, um, show that this is a more of a lifestyle than just a couple supplements. That we can use our whole diet, our whole lifestyle to enhance our immune system. And so this one is incredibly simple, and that is vitamin D. Vitamin D is very underestimated with the degree to which it enhances the immune system. And thus why in recent years, and just recently I caught on to it, that vitamin D has become, as a supplement, very popular for boosting your immune system. And I think it's okay. I think it's fair at best. Again, it's one of those supplements that doesn't necessarily come from a plant food, and is not something I feel to be taken on a permanent or even semi-permanent basis. It's more use it when you need it. But why don't we just use the best vitamin D that's out there? And it's free, and there's an unlimited supply. That is our vitamin sunshine. That vitamin D from the sun reacts with tannins in the skin. Vitamin D is absorbed into the bloodstream. It's converted into D3 in the liver and boosts the heck out of your immune system. And that is a big reason, one of the few main reasons that people often fall under the weather at this time of year, because days are shorter, we're getting less sunshine, also it's cold, so we spend more time inside, and we don't get our immune boosting vitamin D, which we're already, many of us, neglecting ourselves from using SPF, which even SPF 8 reduces your vitamin D absorption by 95%. We've talked about that before. Don't want to get into tangents too much, just stay on point here, and that is, however, a newsletter that you can find on my website if you would like to read about that, which I know many of you have. And it's something that I do talk about often also, but I am so passionate about how important it is to get our sunshine. And this time of year, it's so critical to get outside in the middle of the day for just 15 minutes, roll your sleeves up even if it's cold, your face, your hands, your arms, and it basically is the most effective time to get your vitamin D in the middle of the day. It's the UVB radiation that you only get when the sun is higher in the sky, because when it's lower on the horizon, it's traveling through the atmosphere filtering the UVB. You're still getting UVA, but it's the UVB radiation that causes the vitamin D. And so, vitamin D, crucial. Get your sunshine, fresh air. It's very life enhancing in general just to be outside. And it is good to be outside in the morning too. And actually, that's the time of day to not wear your sunglasses. The UVB is a bit intense for the eyes. And so when you're out in the middle of the day, people are always inclined to wear their polarized sunglasses, which I think is fine. But it is, however, important to get small amounts of pure sunlight exposure to the retinas of the eyes, that it does react with the retinas and is produced into phenylethylamine, which feeds basically your mood and your brain. And that's so critical. That's part of why moods can sag a little bit this time of year. Fortunately, we have the buzz of the holidays, but then after the holidays, it's kind of like, oh. And really, sunshine is an incredible remedy. So it's so important just to remember that and write it in your calendar, in your daily calendar. 15 minutes outside. It is one of those easy things to forget. Many of us just don't do it. And a few weeks ago, actually, it's easy to space these kind of things. I was on a trip and I went from my sunshine climate here in Taos, New Mexico, to it just happened to be a rainy week in Atlanta. It was great because I was visiting family. It was a really amazing trip, actually. But I wasn't getting my vitamin D, which I know is a huge part of my immune system. So I totally fell under the weather, but fortunately I was hitting the heck out of my C. It was a quick recuperation, mild symptoms relatively, I think. And when I got back and I got my mega dose of vitamin D, it was like gone very quickly. And so I'm very grateful for that. Zinc is another good one. It's very boosting for the immune system. It's absolutely proven to be so. And so I think it's okay to take in a supplement form, but you can also get it from just your natural plant foods. So I do, however, just want to stress vitamin C and D. I really think that those are the pillars of the immune system. And I think we should also just talk about what we're trying to do here is big picture. We're trying to enhance our immune system. To enhance our immune system, we need to use the tools and also just enhance our overall lifestyle, our whole diet. Everything affects our immune system. And exercise, spending time in just a joyful, happy, celebratory environment. Why don't we just talk about what the main wear and tear on our immune system could be? Well, of course, it's neglect of nutrients we need, but it's also stress. It's a tough one. We're all busy. There's just so much going on, and I think that we need to really utilize some discipline to do things that bring joy in our lives. I think exercise and time outside and friends and family are just extraordinary. I think it's easy to, again, in our busiest time of year, to neglect ourselves of that. And however, it is now getting into the holidays, and this is an exciting time. There's an extra buzz in the air because we're going to get to spend time with our friends and family. And if you don't have any plans for the holidays, then make them. Contact your friends and big picture, we're just trying to enhance our overall lives here, and that's my passion and role, and it's something that I'm just very dedicated to the cause of. I also wanted to talk about my gift to you for the holidays. I want to give you a free bottle of vitamin C with any purchase of Infinity Greens, also an Infinity C bar, so both a large bottle of the C formula and a bar. It's a $34 value. And it's going to be free with any purchase of $65 or higher, and that's $65 is a bottle of greens, actually, and that is the product that I very much endorse the most, because it's aimed toward just comprehensive health. This is a blend of 33 different plant foods, each one targeting something specific in the body to enhance that organ, to enhance that function, to enhance your overall health. And it's something that I'm just so dedicated to, and that's it. And thank you for listening to the rant and raving about the wonderful things we can do with our health and well-being. I should also share what else I've been up to and very passionate about, I feel. I've been hosting outdoor dance festivals here in Taos, New Mexico. Now for the last 6 months I've done 4 of these, and I just did one Friday night. Here it was outdoors actually, and a very noteworthy experience. People just don't really dance outside this time of year when it's in the teens at night, and actually it was extraordinary how many people came. 400 people came from the town, and previous events that I've done have been able to serve thousands, which is really exciting to watch. I actually believe dance in the outdoors to be one of the most health-enhancing things we can do for ourselves, and I know some of you might be thinking, wait a minute, who is this guy? But this is actually something that I have discovered for myself and have witnessed in many hundreds of people and more, actually, with my own eyes. And I have been doing these events. I'm going to be doing more. I'm really looking forward to sort of the big one in May, May 21st and 22nd. It's a full moon weekend, and people have been coming from all over the world, essentially all over the country, to come to these events. They're very special, and so you're invited. You can keep an eye on the website, which is startribe.org. That's the name of the community, Star Tribe, and that will have upcoming events. But again, my role is comprehensive health, and it's food, it's lifestyle, it's rest, it's exercise, but I am very passionate about the fact that you can enhance the heck out of your health with dance out in the elements. It's an ancient recipe done by many tribal cultures all over the world for 10,000 years, except for the last few hundred, I think. Our dance culture has moved inside into bars and clubs and has become a little less than healthy, I feel. And that I think many of us from our younger years remember these weekend festivals where we left with an afterglow, and I think we've just forgotten how real that glow actually was, and that we're essentially just happier people from that experience, that just being out in the elements, I think it's a comprehensive formula of sunshine, of natural beauty, of at night moon and stars, and just I don't know what it is really. It's actually somewhat of a mystery. There's just so much unknown, and every event has been very magical in its own way. This event Friday night, we actually had bonfires. That was what I wanted to mention, is that's what made the event so special and unique, is we had the Taos Pueblo, the local Indian tribe, who do an annual bonfire ceremony on Christmas Eve. They build these massive bonfires. It is absolutely extraordinary. It's a special kind of wood that they stack 20 feet tall, and then these flames are 40 to 50 feet, and they build lots of these bonfires, and thousands of people come, and have come from all over the state, all over the country even, and it's just something spectacular. So they came and built the bonfires for this event, not that big, but they were definitely roaring hot, and it was I mean, I can't even tell you, it was just awe-inspiring. So I very much encourage you to come to these events in Taos, New Mexico. Taos is also just an amazing destination for the natural beauty of the biggest mountains in northern New Mexico, and the Rio Grande Gorge, the culture, the art, the beauty, the earthship construction out on the mesa. It's really spectacular. So anyway, thanks so much for listening. It's really just fun to share all the things that I'm very passionate about right now. I've just had a couple recent shifts in life where weights have been lifted, and I just more than ever feel just so passionate and dedicated to the cause, and I've just seen how all of these things that we can do for ourselves work. They make us overall happier, healthier, more successful people, and really that's our goal, you know. I think that it's the stress and just not feeling our absolute best that affects our mental chemistry, just kind of brings moods down a little bit, makes us a little more sensitive to stress, and it's reflected in just low energy, sometimes anger, sometimes just frustration and doubting ourselves. And we just have more control over that than I think we realize. It's just been somewhat forgotten, and we owe it to ourselves to just live the empowering life. So thank you so much, and till next time. Love you guys. Bye-bye.